Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is JP the Outlaw, here to give you my Smackdown live review for the first of the month. Y'all already know what month it is. The 16th, 2018. They opened the show with the man, Becky Lynch, pulling up to the arena. She's backstage with the New Day and Heavy Machinery. Mind you, all the NXT superstars will be making pop-ups in this episode of SmackDown, just like they did Monday Night Raw. To give you a heads up, I'm going to do Monday Night Raw review when I come in today, and then you'll also get NXT. I promised it yesterday. Tired off of hard days of work. Sorry. But back to this. So, you come in, you see Heavy Machinery, they're making a protein shake. Heavy Machinery in the New Day tell her to chug it, she chugs it. They start calling her the man. Classic Becky Lynch shit. Becky walks out to the ring, okay? She highlights all of her career thus far. She talks about her indifferences, people picking her not to be the one to beat the undefeated streak for Ronda Rousey. Also, people overlooking her via her whole career. She touches on her not getting pushed beats her accent. Her not getting pushed beats her not being one of the pretty blondes. So, Becky, despite it all, is putting it all out there, which I think is great for her character. It shows her frustration. It shows her progression thus far in this company. Of course, I think they could do a lot more with Becky Lynch. I would have got some way, somehow, get Becky Lynch off of SmackDown. I think SmackDown should be that proving ground where you hone your skills before you go to the big show Monday Night Raw. You know, that's my opinion. Out come Asuka. Asuka, she says her stick. She also, Becky Lynch, talked about Asuka as well, about how she went through the ringer herself. After losing to Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania, she pretty much went into obscurity, and nobody thought of Asuka. So, with that being said, these two women battling each other is a great match. I think, one, both women can perform in the ring. Two, the storyline kind of tells itself here. Two underdogs fighting each other for the Women's Championship of SmackDown Live. Out come the Iconics. They declare that they're going to be the first ever women's tag team, the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. Which prompts a match between Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch gets in the face of Asuka, tells Asuka, watch how the man handles business. Okay, not in those words, but so many words. She takes care of Peyton Royce here. Meanwhile, in the back, you have Lacey Evans looking on at this match. We'll talk about that later. Great match here. Of course, Becky Lynch picks up a win. Asuka, frustrated with Becky Lynch, jumps right in the ring, gets right in Becky's face. She runs out as the Iconics are starting to regroup. Grabs Billie Kay, throws her in the ring for a squash match, just to show Becky anything she can do, I can do better. Meanwhile, while they're having their face-off, out comes AJ Styles. AJ Styles runs through the concession stand, okay? AJ Styles runs through the crowd up into the concession stand. He talks to the people, Daniel Bryan says that these people are sheep. These people are no good. These people are killing their environment. He also goes up there and starts throwing out AJ Styles t-shirts, okay? Gotta sell that merch. Freaking out of nowhere comes Daniel Bryan dressed up in jeans and a hoodie. Attacks AJ Styles. AJ Styles gets the better of Daniel Bryan and throws him through the table. This will be the last that you see of your WWE champion and his challenger. My issue here is the women are putting on some classics. Don't get that fucked up. But you can book an AJ Styles Daniel Bryan feud towards the end of the night. You don't have to then, minimize your WWE champion for a Shane McMahon birthday celebration. We'll get into that on our final thoughts. Backstage with the Usos, Jimmy Uso thinking he getting an early Valentine's Day gift or an early anniversary gift. He gets a letter in the box from his brother, Jey Uso, saying that somebody would like to meet him at the hotel. Everybody knows where this shit is going. It's supposed to be Mandy Rose meeting him at the hotel. Jimmy doesn't know what he's going to do. Pause for drama. There you go. Walking backstage, Samoa Joe, getting ready for his match against Mustafa Ali, walked past a wandering EC3. We'll get into that. Final thoughts. Samoa Joe versus Mustafa Ali. He attacks Mustafa Ali before the match and just beats the shit out of him, okay? I like Joe. I like what they're doing with Joe. I think Joe is better used on the promo. Get him with some type of faction and let Joe do the talking for the faction, okay? He can be their heavy hitter and also their primary talker, okay? Backstage with Rey Mysterio, he walks past Nikki Cross. Again, all the NXT call-ups was used on SmackDown Live in some type of way. Same as Monday Night Raw. I wish that the WWE had solid plans in place for these guys, where they're going to go, and stay true to the brand split. I feel as though with a move like this, with the NXT call-ups, you're letting them choose where they want to go, or until you figure out, all right, you're going to land here. I think this should have been, you know what, EC3, of course, you go to SmackDown. Heavy Machinery, you go over there to Monday Night Raw because they need the tag team. Lacey Evans, you go to SmackDown Live. Nikki Cross, I think, should go to Monday Night Raw. I know Sanity's on SmackDown, but I think Nikki Cross should go to the Monday Night Raw. Her energy and her charisma speaks volumes. Be it crazy, but it speaks volumes. I think that's where she needs to be at. And Lars Sullivan, of course, is on Monday Night Raw. I think that is how you should play these NXT call-ups. If you're not going to play them the right or correct way, then fuck you, okay? Backstage with Samoa Joe cuts a crazy promo in an interview where he declares anybody that declares themselves a number one contender for the WWE Championship has now just became a target. Love Joe, love his promo work. I just told you guys why on what we would do with Joe if it was me. Andrade Cien versus Rey Mysterio. Now, last week you had this match, and of course it was amazing. This week they stepped it up to another level, hitting the Canadian Destroyer off of reversal off of Hurricane Rana, which I thought was amazing. I think Rey Mysterio, of course, was hitting the Canadian Destroyer onto Andrade Cien. And it's a great match, a great luchador match from both men. I think Andrade should be pushed way more than what he's being pushed. Andrade probably should have went up against Daniel Bryan before the heel turn, or AJ Styles before AJ Styles before the belt got put on to Daniel Bryan. I think that would have been a better outcome. We're back with Jimmy Uso. He's walking to the hotel room. It appears to be Mandy Rose in the hotel room. Who knew? Mandy Rose is in there waiting for Jimmy. Mandy, on the other hand, is just elated. Elated, just with this expression on her face, trying to seduce Jimmy. And then this random guy, comes out the bathroom, snaps up a couple of pictures, and runs off. So, Jimmy stands back like, really? Like, what the fuck is going on here? And, Mandy lets him have it. Like, do you really think that I was going to be with you? And do you really think you're the guy for me? And all this other good shit. And, then she goes on to talk trash about Natalya. She goes on to trash about Naomi. Naomi is there with Jimmy. So, Jimmy walks out, Naomi walks in. Brawl breaks down. Mandy Rose gets the better of her, throws her over the chair that's in the room, and pretty much that's how the segment ends, with Jimmy and Naomi looking at the camera. We move on to the Miz birthday party for Shane McMahon, which, again, why is this segment here? This is one of those throwaway segments that you could put somewhere in the middle of Monday Night SmackDown Live on Tuesdays. 2 cakes was here, a pair of Jordans for Shane McMahon. A highlight package showing Shane McMahon's career thus far. And Shane lets everybody knows that, his original tag team partner was Andre the Giant. Also, well, when he was younger, he wanted Andre the Giant to be his tag team partner. Also, he's happy to be co-best in the world with The Miz and can't wait to go up against Sheamus in the bar. Out comes Sheamus in the bar to talk trash to Shane McMahon and The Miz. The pretty much Shane McMahon goading Miz into a match here because Miz is like, look, man, I don't have my shit. I'm not ready to go. And, Shane McMahon's reply was, I didn't have my stuff on when it was time for us to become the best in the world. Of course, Sheamus and Cesaro comes out, talk trash, bait them into a match. If you've seen one Miz match, you've seen them all. So, basic Miz match here. Of course, chicken shit hill. And they end up picking up the win with Sheamus taking the loss here. They hit a coast to coast with the top of the cake that had the money sign on it. So, they had two cakes there. One was chocolate, one was vanilla. So, you can make up with what you want to make up with that. I don't have nothing to do with that. Y'all figure that shit out. So that was pretty much it. My final thoughts on this episode of Smackdown Live. It could have been done better. Like we discussed about the NXT call-ups, how you could have used these guys in solid matches and where they should go, which brands they should be on versus this pick whatever brand you want to be on whenever the fuck you feel like it. Stay true to the brand split, of course. Andrade Cien Alma should be pushed as a main eventer, if not a lower main eventer or upper mid card. What else they had going on here? Your WWE champion should always end your program. I don't give a fuck if he's on SmackDown Live or the A Show Raw. And I'll say that with parentheses. I know you guys can't see me. Ha ha ha, John Cena. Freaking, other than that, great matchups here. I like the feud between Becky and Asuka. Please use Samoa Joe. And Mustafa Ali is a great number one contender for the U.S. Championship. And those are my closing thoughts, you guys. Please check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Wrestling Amino. If you get some time, I'm also looking for new social media sites. If you guys have any ideas, please leave a comment down below. As well, I got to get out of here. Stakes and weights. I got to go make this work happen. Peace and the grease. You guys be safe.